Okay, so my name is Giana, I'm 17, and I'm the daughter of Mickey, and my stepdad is Oscar. Both of my parents were addicted to meth, and some of my earlier childhood memories that I remember while my parents were absent in my life where we were getting pulled over all the time by the police while they searched our car with the drug dogs because of the things that my biological father was doing. I was scared and I wasn't quite sure what was going on because I wasn't old enough to understand, but I also remember the good things, like going to Wisconsin Dells all the time, and my dad giving me all types of shoes and clothes. When I was 5 was the first time I remember my dad going to jail. Shortly after that was when my grandma took me out of my mom's care for my own safety. I would cry daily for my mom, and all I did was want my mom, but I couldn't have her because of her addiction. When I was about 8, my dad was sentenced to 17 years in federal prison, and it was one of the hardest things that I had to deal with, especially at a young age. Around the same time my dad got sentenced to prison, my mom was at Metro Hope with me for the first time. The first time we were at Metro Hope, I remember doing fun things like going horseback riding and going to the splash pad, and also to the park, and going to church. And I also met other kids who had similar experiences as me. Shortly after my mom graduated Metro Hope, she relapsed, and once again, I was left feeling like she chose drugs over me. This time I didn't know if I would see my mom in 3 days or in a month. I remember how when I lived with her when I was in elementary school, I never seen much of her even when I was living with her. My grandma and grandpa put me in dance, cheerleading, and karate and pageants just to try and distract me with everything that was going on in my life. In 2016, after my pageant that I had, the bounty hunters showed up too, and my mom and Oscar were finally arrested. The things my mom and Oscar were doing were honestly outrageous and crazy, and I would have never took them as the type of people to do that, especially when my mom knew I needed her because I had already lost my dad to prison. On my 10th birthday, my mom was released from jail, and my mom and Oscar went to Metro Hope. I was hurt and mad for a very long time. I remember when my mom got sober in 2016, and I would tell my mom that I hated her and I never wanted to be with her. Our life now is a life I never thought that I would be able and willing to have. And not only because I have my mom back in my life, but Metro Hope saved my mom and our family in ways that I couldn't even explain. And the faith of God kept our family going and makes our family stronger. And I want to say thank you to my grandma who took care of me and raised me like her own, even when she didn't have to. She's in the back there. And a thank you to my amazing dad, Oscar, who filled a void in my heart and stepped up to be my dad when he didn't have to and showed me the love that I needed. Amen. And thank you to Metro Hope for giving me my family back and showing me that people can change. And because of my mom and Oscar's relationship with Jesus, they taught me how to have a relationship with Jesus, and I now know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Amen. Thank you.